I got no reason in the world to complain. As my granddad used to say, fighting lions with a switch, but I'm winning. Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, just imagine, a man, who has very much in his life he's fought crime and he's saved people and sent people to jail, but all of a sudden now he sees creatures. You know what I mean? And he sees, not only does he see creatures, but he sees them change from creature to human. So I think what happens is, Hanks ends the first season just unstable. And I think we sort of take that into the second season where he doesn't really know where he is and what's what. So, he's questioning, what he wants to do moving forward. Does he want to stay a police officer? Does he want to quit the force? And then questioning, his mental state. So he does take time. He goes to seek professional help, goes and sits down and talks with the shrink just to try to figure out what's going on. And I think we started, so we ended with that, and we sort of start the season for the first few episodes with Hank in this sort of precarious world where, he's just sort of trying to figure out and balance himself a little bit so he can sort of get back to center, and then figure out what he wants to do moving forward. And that's pretty much where we are, in the show right now. We're in our fourth episode, so that's all I know. Well, honestly, I think it puts Nick in a very precarious situation because, what can I say, what can I do? This is my secret, and yes, you're my friend, yes, you are my partner, but this is something I can't divulge, this to you. So that's like sort of. So it's like almost like, Hank, you have to take your own hero's journey, if you will. You know what I mean? You've got to figure that on your own because I can't help you. So I think it sort of sets up somewhat of a wall, but more for Nick than for Hank. You know what I mean? Because Hank doesn't know Nick's involvement in any of this. You know what I mean? He just thinks that it's all going through. Hank just thinks it's all him. You know what I mean? So he's mentally unstable and really trying to figure out who he is and doesn't know that anybody else is involved in this, So it's like Hank is the only one who sees the creatures, and so he's wondering is he touched? Is he, mentally a little crazy or off? So I think he's going at it alone. I think Nick sympathizes with Hank because he's like, I want to help you, but I can't. Well, we start off with. Where we left off Sleeping Beauty, with Juliet, and we sort of left off with, Nick sort of trying to tell her that I am indeed a Grimm, and I think, and then we're going to sort of move into dealing with that. The mother is still here, still a part of the show, still a part of the story, as they try to sort of figure out their relationship and her involvement in his life and how willing is he going to be to accept her, into his life after so many years, and the first two episodes are sort of a continuation, off of the season finale, and so that's pretty much where it is. We're going to get very dark. Everything is going to get heightened. From season one. And the other thing is that's where I think is really encouraging and I'm really excited about is that we're going to delve into everybody's storyline. So I think every character is going to have their own journey, and we're going to go down each individual character's rabbit hole, if you will. You know what I mean? And so when we go down there, things are just going to get enhanced and rich and creepy and scary. They're talking about just more creatures. And I think just intensifying the story part of it, you know what I mean? And really taking us on that journey. So I think it's going to be the mythology is going to be ramped up. And we're going to really sort of do, 2 and 3 story arcs, really delving into the mythology. And so audiences are going to really have to sort of pay attention. I've even heard the writers say, I think there are going to be a lot of you have to watch a lot of the shows 2 and 3 times to sort of get some of the little nuggets, you know what I mean, from episode to episode, which is always, you know, always exciting, you know. So we're going to be leaving a lot of little breadcrumbs, you know, along the show's trail for everybody to pick up, and then, you know, just sort of having that water cooler conversation, you know, at work or online or whatever, you know, did you miss this? Did you get that? You know what I mean? And people having to sort of go back. It's going to be fun. No, we are not done with Adeline. Adeline's coming back. She's struggling to find her way. You know, she has to sort of go to Plan B. You know what I mean? Because Plan A didn't work. And again, that's what I mean. Like now she's on her own. I mean, when we last saw her, they cut her loose. You know what I mean? So they said you're out. You know. So and she has to find her way back. But thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Have a good one.